All right, folks, welcome back to La Junta, Colorado, final game of the night, featuring the La Veta Redhawks, number 1 seed, taking on number 4 seeded Primero Bulldogs. My name's Brad Doherty, here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. I'm joined by, on the camera, the one and only, the talented Mackenzie Riddle, and giving us the play-by-play for this game, the often imitated, never duplicated voice as smooth as silk, like butter on a hot roll, Brock Brunelli.
Yes, sir.
You got to come up with something. This is the 4th game of the night, folks. We enjoy doing what we're doing, but the voices are getting a little raspy.
Yeah, I mean, I took a little break, but I think I'm good.
All right.
We're ready to get into this game. La Veta versus Primero. This La Veta team, 12-7, led by Coach J.J. Autry, beat Primero at Primero in February 72-60. On the other side, this team led by Coach Greg Robinson, 7-11, beat South Baca Monday 66-40 to get here. Winner of this game will play in the championship for district title. And now we're going to get the starters presented by LARCC Trucking. Number 1, the captain, the sophomore, Brett Kendall.
For the Redhawks, the senior, number 3, Reese Lesser.
For the Redhawks, number 3, Reese Lesser.
For the Bulldogs, number 12, Jace Robinson.
For the Bulldogs, Jace Robinson.
For the Redhawks, number 5, Cade Andrietta.
Number 5, the man in the middle, Kate Andretta.
For the Bulldogs, number 20, Gabe Sinta.
Gabe Sintos there for Primero.
For the Redhawks, number 11, Trey Medina.
Number 11, Trey Medina.
For the Bulldogs, number 33, Jairo Dominguez.
Number 33, Jairo Dominguez.
For the Redhawks, number 13, Joe Cash Autry.
Number 13, the captain, the senior, Joe Cash
For
Autry.
the Bulldogs, number 50, Matt Pachorik.
And to cap it off for the Bulldogs, the big man, Pachorik.
Number 21, Jeremiah Rodriguez.
And Jeremiah Rodriguez to cap it off for this La Veta team.
Coached by Mr. Greg Robinson, and the Redhawks are coached by J.J. Autry, assisted by Lon Gimmer and Adam.
Ready to get started here in La Junta, Colorado, here at Tiger Gym. Should be a doozy.
All right, for those of you watching, this may not be a big deal to you, but it is to us. We just surpassed the 450 subscriber mark, Brock. We are currently sitting at 452 subscribers here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network.
We need to start doing little giveaways for landmarks, maybe.
Oh, there you go. When we hit 500, if you're the 500 subscriber, we're going to think of something fun to do.
There you go. Alrighty, it will be Rodriguez and Pachorik to get us started. It's going to be Bulldogs win the tip. That's Sintos to get us started, the freshman. Very talented freshman. He had 17 points versus South Baca to lead Primero to this moment right here. That's going to be Robinson back top the key, the freshman, Sintos. Left wing, Robinson. To the big man, Pachorik. Over to Sintos, top the key. Sintos, right wing, Dominguez over to Pachorik. Great defense displayed here so far by the Redhawks. Kendall trying to go inside, but that's going to be Robinson. Very young team this Bulldogs team has. Sintos over to Robinson, right wing, covered by Joe Cash Autry. Robinson to Kendall. Kendall had 19 points in that win versus South Baca. Tip for a second, but recovered by Robinson. Robinson outside to Sintos. He's going to slow things down, work through his offense. Over to Kendall. Kendall left wing, that's Robinson. Robinson going to try to dribble inside.
You know,
there'll be a foul.
As we get this game started, you know, you might say, oh, a number 1 seed versus a number 4 seed, this is going to be a blowout. But, you know, that's the dangerous place to be in if you're the Levita Redhawks, overestimating or underestimating your opponent. You know, Primero plays a pretty up-tempo game.
Yep.
They're playing very controlled right now, which is showing a lot of patience.
Yeah, and this Bulldogs team, they started out the year a little slow, but later in this year, they've been kind of one of those Cinderella teams, and they've been playing really good. That's Jairo Dominguez, the sophomore, getting us started. And now Levita will finally have an offensive possession. That's going to be Lesser or right wing to Medina. Right wing to Rodriguez. Taken away there by Cintas. Bodies on the floor. And a jump ball.
You know, as you said, this is Levita's first possession. You said that when there was 6:15 on the clock. That was nearly 2 minutes taken up by Primero very patiently on the offensive end.
A great job by Primero there to really create a quality shot. That's going to be Rodriguez. He has it left wing. Joe Autry, no good. Rebound put up, no good. Rodriguez gets the offensive rebound, puts that up, and nice block by there, Pachorik. People scrambling for the ball.
Good hustle by Andrietta, but he was the last to touch it. That'll be Primero ball.
It'll be Dominguez here on the inbound. Gabe Cintas going to be bringing it up for the Bulldogs. Cintas been averaging 9 points per game on the year. Robinson over to Pachorik, back to Cintas. Cintas right wing, Dominguez, nice little feed into Pachorik, but it goes right through the hands and taken away by the Redhawks. Here comes Autry working on Kendall. Autry's layup up and good. Joe Autry, he's got 2 points, the 3-point specialist as well. Keep a lookout for him. He had 22 points last time when they played Primero. It'll be Kendall getting us started here. 2-2 is your score. Feed over to Dominguez. Dominguez loses his dribble, but able to recover out of Pachorik. Pachorik from Ben's Fort, no good. Rebounded. Recovered by the Bulldogs. Pachorik over to Robinson. Robinson's mid-jumper pumps. Shot, no good. Rebound Pachorik. Pachorik goes up, stripped. Kendall's three. That's up. Nothing but nylon there from Kendall. He's been averaging 15 points per game on the year. That's going to be Andretta over to the left wing to Joe Autry. No good. Rebound Kendall. 2-5 is your score here in La Junta. Gabe Cintas. Autry just threw a shoulder right into him, and then there's a shoulder thrown in there. And bodies on the floor heading Primero's way.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a makeup call, maybe a missed defensive foul committed by Joe Autry. And then to make up for that, they called the offensive foul there.
And something to watch. Autry has 2 quick fouls for this Levita Redhawks team. Autry, one of the most exciting players to watch in 1A basketball for this Redhawks team. Cintas has it here for the Bulldogs. Heaves it over to Robinson, right wing. Back over to Cintas. Cintas going inside on the floor, and he travels there, heading Redhawks' way.
You know, trying to make something happen. I like what the freshman was doing there. Just took it into traffic, lost the dribble. It's going to happen. Needs to keep his head up, keep attacking.
It's going to be Rodriguez top the key. Over to Lesser. Lesser working inside on Pachorik. His layup up and no good. Offensive rebound taken away there by Pachorik.
Called the jump ball, but it was two guys on the same team. That was funny.
You get a jump ball. We all get a jump ball. That's going to be Brett Kendall bringing it up here for the Bulldogs. Kendall over to Cintas. Nice little ball movement here for the Bulldogs displayed early in the first quarter. Robinson left wing over to Cintas. Sintos going to slow things down here for this Bulldogs team. Going over to Kendall, feed inside of Pachorik. Pachorik goes back outside over to Sintos. Back over to Kendall. Kendall, nice little feed inside of Pachorik. He puts that up, and a jump ball heading Red Hawks' way.
Good defensive play by number 21, Jeremiah Rodriguez, the senior. Good active hands, didn't draw the foul, created the turnover.
No, I'm very impressed how good this Bulldogs team truly is playing in the first quarter. 0 fouls committed. They're in the lead, and they're passing the ball tremendous. That's going to be Medina over to Lesser. Right wing, Rodriguez, the sophomore, shot no good. And that's heading Primero way.
I think we had a little bit of a push defensively. That was on number 5.
Andretta.
Kate Andrietta.
Andretta, 6 rebounds per game on the year, the junior. 3rd on the team for this Levita Redhawks team. Kendall, left wing, Sintos. Sintos over to Robinson. Robinson trying to get past Rodriguez, but he's going to left wing. Sintos' shot up and no good. Rebound there by Andretta. 2-minute warning here in the first quarter in La Junta. That's going to be Lesser. Feeds it over to Rodriguez. Back over to Lesser. Feed to Rodriguez. That 3 put up, no good. Rebounded, put back up. And a potential 3-point play now for this Redhawks team. Race Lesser going to head to the line. He's got 2 points, been averaging 13 points per game on the year. 55% free throw shooter. That's the 3rd best on this Redhawks team. And that free throw's up and good. Tied ball game here in La Junta.
You know, this Redhawks team is going to have to figure out how to adjust, you know, with players in foul trouble. And that's maybe they're going to get this figured out here coming into period number 2.
Sintos has it, feeds it over to Robinson. Robinson over to Brett Kendall. Kendall feeds it over to Pachorik, working inside on Rodriguez. Shot put up, a nice block by Rodriguez, heading Levita way. And that's going to be number 15, the senior Reef, checking in. The big man been averaging 4 rebounds per game for this Redhawks team. Lesser going to bring it up. He's got 3 points so far in tonight's game. Lesser over Rodriguez, left wing. That's his brother, Rodriguez. Over to Lesser. Rodriguez, the sophomore, his 3 going to be put up, no good, just short. Nice block there by Pachorik, the big man on Reef. Here comes the Bulldogs moving it up the court. Brett Kendall, he's going to go inside. Shot up, no good. Rebounded there, Redhawks. Here comes Lesser. He's going to bring it himself. And that's going Primero way.
That was a great, if you go back and watch, that was 2 excited referees that saw it. They looked at each other like, they nodded their heads. You going to call it? No, I want to call it. I'm calling it offensive.
Very high Q play there from Robinson to keep his feet planted, don't shift him, and to take that charge. That's going to be Robinson now on the right wing. Put up in a jump ball.
You know, another key to drawing a charge is not leaning in before the contact. Robinson, to his credit, he stood there and absorbed the full force of that blow, and that's what got him that charge.
That's going to be Pachorik on the right wing over to Robinson, left wing over to Kendall. 5-5's your score and a foul.
Now, will they call that offensive or defensive?
Could have gone either way there, but they're going to call it on Lesser. They said White 3, 2nd foul of the night.
That's 2 thus far on Race Lesser, 2 on Joe Autry.
Robinson over to Pachorik. And a double dribble there on Pachorik.
12 seconds to go. If you would have told me that this would have been a tie game and only 5 points scored, by both teams at the end of one, I would have said, are we watching the same thing? Are we thinking about the same two teams? Good game plan by Primero to slow things down. They know that if they get in a horse race with Levita's got they like to run and gun.
Yeah, both these teams usually run and gun offenses. Levita's sticking to that identity, but Primero's stalling out and just getting quality shots. As that's going to be the end of the first quarter, 5-5 is your score. We'll be back on the Sour Rock Sports Network for some second quarter action. Thank you.
You've been to the Baca Brew yet in Springfield? Located at 973 Main Street, Baca Brew has all your favorite espresso drinks, coffee, and tea, which go great with their baked goods, breakfast, and lunch sandwiches, or their daily specials. Dine in or carry out. Call-in orders welcome. Come visit Baca Brew, and congratulations to all the student athletes playing in today's games. Starter, so he's probably checked back in.
Yeah, he scores.
He went to the table. All right, folks, got about half of the intermission left here. Again, want to thank our sponsors. That was one of our newest sponsors, Baca Brew, not Baca Brew. I was kindly corrected on the proper
the locals got you.
The local pronunciation of BACA. Baca Brew supporting us here at the Saddle Rock Sports Network. Really appreciate that. Stop on by their location in Springfield for some delicious treats. You're gonna love it, I promise. All right, tell you what, I couldn't have promised you before this game, Brock Brunelli, that we would be tied at 5 at the end of one. We were talking about it during the intermission. Primero's game plan, I believe, what I'm seeing unfold is slow it down, be patient, be smart, and you just mentioned they're coming off of a 6-game win streak, playing some really good ball right now.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, they had a 26-point win against South Baca, so really good basketball played by this Primero Bulldogs team lately. That shot put up by Medina airballed right into the hands of Robinson. Kendall over to Bachorek, left wing. Feeds it over to Kendall. Kendall shot from Ben's fort, up and no good. Rebound there by Reef. Here comes Lesser. He's going to bring it up. He's going to go over to Reef, right wing. That's going to be number 11, Medina. Medina shot up and no good. And those three balls just ain't falling for Levita. They love to shoot the three ball and high percentage looks. They usually get them, but so far tonight on that right side especially, they just unable to have no avail as they take the lead. And Rodriguez is now in the box score 7-5.
Yeah, and that's how you build momentum right there. High percentage shots in the paint.
That's going to be Cintas. He swings it over to Robinson. Back over to Kendall. Cintas top of the key. Cintas left wing Kendall, left wing Pachorek. Pachorek's going to pull up the long two. That's up no good. Rebound Redhawks. Here comes Lesser. Great job there to keep the dribble. Medina, left wing Joe Cass-Autry. Joe Cass-Autry cashes that. He's got 5 points now. The 3-point specialist been averaging 18 points per game for the Levita Redhawks. Brett Kendall's going to get his offense going and go over to Robinson. Robinson right wing, that's Kendall. Primero's starting 5 still out there. They have not gone to their bench. Dominguez over to Cintas, but a travel called on Dominguez. Going to be heading Redhawks' way. 10-5 is your score. 5:57 left in the first half of play here in La Junta, Colorado at Tigers Gym.
You know, a little momentum on the side of Levita right now. The question is, can Primero stand up to that momentum and figure out what to do?
And a travel there on Joe Cass-Autry.
You know, Joe Cass-Autry was a Kim Mustang up through his sophomore year, and then his folks had an opportunity to move into the Levita community. It was tough to see them go, but it was fun watching him grow up as a young man and going, man, he could have been a Kim Mustang, but now flourishing here with Levita there. Talking about him, there's a steal. He's going to turn on the Jets.
Look at that speed there by Autry. He puts that up, no good. And a foul. Going to remain Levita possession. That shot put up Medina, no good. Rebound Pachoric. Going over to Cintas. Left wing Kendall. Picks up by Dominguez over to Pachoric. Over to Robinson. Robinson thought about shooting it, but he's going to go inside. And a potential three-point play for Robinson. He's going to head to the charity stripe. You know, this Primero team, very young, lots of freshmen, sophomores. You know, Robinson himself being a freshman. He is shooting 65% from the free throw line, so something you always want to see from the freshman.
You know, such a high percentage from such a young player. That just bodes well for the future. Jairo with the big rebound.
Back over to Dominguez to Kendall. Kendall, three put up. No good. Rebounded. Over to Autry. Autry's layup put up and good.
Beautiful pass by Lesser to set that up.
7 points for Autry. And now he's heating up. Cintas tipped. Staying Primero possession.
Race Lesser, the senior, almost had another steal right there. Maybe the Red Hawks are tasting a little bit of blood in the water.
Cintas going to be bringing it up. He goes over to Brett Kendall. Kendall, and that nice little tip there from Lesser over to Autry. Autry heaves it, intercepted by Cintas.
Good hustle by Cintas. That was going to be a big transition bucket. Would have been a 7-point lead for the Red Hawks. Cintas, big stop.
Robinson dribbling inside. Puts it up over to Cintas. Pump on Medina. Back outside. That shot put up. And a foul over the back on Dominguez.
I think it was a little pushing and a shoving before.
Yeah, I could have called two different fouls there on Dominguez. Rodriguez checks back in the game. That's Autry working inside. Shot put up by Reef. Good.
What a feed.
It'll be Cintas left wing over to Kendall. Kendall dribbling inside over to Robinson. And he traveled all the way to New York on that one. Took 2 or 3 too many steps.
Yeah, you know, LeBron is going to get away with that. But freshman here in La Junta, Colorado, probably not going to get that call.
Medina has it. He's going to go left wing to Autry. Nice little feed inside Autry, and a block by Pachoric. He says, no, no, no.
That was a pretty little give and go, but you're right. Pachoric was sitting there waiting. Said, all right, come into my land.
But it is going to remain Red Hawks possession. Feed inside tip taken away by Cintas. He's got 2 Red Hawks to beat. Cintas dribbling inside. Layup, no good. Rebound Andretta. And now Medina will be bringing it up here for this Red Hawks team. He's been averaging 11 points per game on the year. Over to Lesser. Lesser, shot put up, no good. Rebound Autry. Autry, that mid-jumper put up, hits top of the basket and out of bounds.
I think we're seeing a little shoving match between Jairo and Andriata. That time the foul was called on Andriata. And that was foul number 7 on Levita. That's going to be 1-on-1 situation. Jairo Dominguez is going to be shooting. A couple possessions ago, Jairo got a little shove in the back there.
Dominguez is no call there, heading Levita away. And now La Veta is kind of pulling away in this game. 7-point lead. 2:55 left. Autry pulls up, no good. Rebound Pachorik over to Kendall. Here comes Robinson, bring it up. And very interesting to see this Bulldogs team. They do have 8 men on the roster, but the starting 5 is still all out there for this Bulldogs team. Robinson over to Pachorik. Over to Robinson. Robinson going to pull up a 3, no good. Rebound Pachorik. Pachorik going back up with it. No good. Rebound there by Lesser. Lesser, bring it up over to Medina. They're going to slow things down, go over to Lesser, back to Reef. Feed over to Medina on the right wing, over to Lesser, left wing. That's Joe Cash Autry. He has it. He's going to go right wing over to Medina. Nice little ball movement there. Medina shot up and no good. Rebound Reef. Reef puts that up and draws the foul. And another potential 3-point play for Reef with 4 points.
Fouls on Bulldogs, number 50, Matt Pachorik, his second personal foul for team foul.
Up and good for Reef. Here's Cintas bringing it up for the Bulldogs. Over to Robinson. Robinson going inside in a shooting foul. That's 65% free throw shooter. Robinson's going to head to the line for 2.
You talked about the youth of this team. The only junior is on the squad. The oldest in terms of grade-wise, about to check in the game, number 15, Sean Martinez. Everybody else on this young Primero team is a sophomore or freshman.
That shot up by Robinson, no good. And Martinez will be checking in for Pachorik. So they finally went to the bench here as we're about to end this first half of play. Robinson shot up and good. Robinson's got 3 points. Lesser, he brings it up. Going to go over to Andretta. Left wing, that's Medina. Over to Lesser. Great ball movement here. Joe Cass Autry cashes that, and good. The bank is open for Autry. He now has double digits with 10. Kendall over to Cintas. Over to Robinson. 20 to 8 is your score. 1:20 left. Robinson's 3. Up, no good. Rebound Dominguez goes back up with it. That shot put up, no good. Rebounded. Robinson hits the deck and taken away by Autry. He's got a couple Bulldogs to beat. Autry's long 2 up and no good. Rebound Kendall. Dominguez and Kendall just run right into each other. That shot by Lesser up and good.
Beautiful pass by Reif to make that happen.
You know, Lesser, a very good offensive player. We got to watch them play Kim earlier in the year. Had 20-plus points in that one. Also a great defensive player. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game. Kendall going inside. Free throw attempt, no good. Over to Lesser. And a double dribble. Called there by ref Ryan Coberly. Double dribble heading La Veta way. No, sorry, Primero way, my bad. 22 to 8 is your score. Double dribble on La Veta. Cintas left wing, that's going to be Kendall. Kendall's going to pull up from Steph Curry range. That's up and rattles right out. Reef rebound. Here comes Autry. 20 seconds left. 22 to 8 is the score. And it heaves right into the Primero bench out of bounds.
Well, this has been all La Veta second quarter. They came into this one tied. Thus far, La Veta has outscored them 17-3 here in the second quarter.
Cintas, he's going to go over to Brett Kendall. Expect the Bulldogs to get the last shot. Kendall shot up, no good. Dominguez tries to save it. That's going to be the end of the first half of play. 22 to 8 is your score. We'll be back with some second half action here on this nightcap on the Saddle Rock Sports Network.
Upgrade your ride? Maybe your vehicle just needs a little TLC. Perkins Chevrolet GMC in La Junta is here for all your automotive needs. They have a large inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles to fit your lifestyle and budget. and their service department can keep your car running for years. Schedule an appointment or stop on by the dealership at 22 East 1st Street in La Junta and say hello to the good folks at Perkins Chevrolet GMC. You'll be glad you did. Andrietta Well Service designs, builds, services, and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As fifth-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today. Meal, visit the Los Animas Grill. Located at 341 North Commercial Street in Trinidad, the Los Animas Grill is a farm-to-table family restaurant with a wide variety of home-cooked, mouth-watering, one-of-a-kind burgers, sandwiches, pasta dishes, and steaks. They also have an amazing coffee espresso bar for that midday food meal. Find them on Facebook for the latest daily specials and fundraiser dinners that give back to local schools, teams, and nonprofits. The Los Animas Grill is proud to support the student athletes competing today.
General Manager Carl York stay at La Quinta? Because at La Quinta, Carl gets some serious Z's on a cushy pillow top bed. And you know what Carl does when he gets serious Z's?
How's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Do you?
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Name's on the door.
He kicks butt and takes names.
I think they got it.
All right. La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Book your next successful stay at lq.com.
We are Trinidad. We know the needs of our community because we're part of the community. We offer competitive rates and build loan products that meet your financial needs. We're active in our community through events and donation programs. Banking with us is convenient with iBank, Zelle, iCard card management, and 4 locations in southern Colorado and northern New Mexico. First National Bank in Trinidad. Visit fnbtrinidad.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402572.
All right, folks, let me get in the camera angle there. Give you a little rundown of the playoffs and how that's going to work. If you haven't tuned in yet, maybe you're from the Primero community, this is your first game of the day. The way playoffs are going to work from here on out for regionals starting next week is the top 32 teams, according to the CHASA, I think it's called Ranking and Seeding Index, some Harry Potter formula they come up with. They're taking the top 32 teams into the regional round of 32. And the way it works is if you happen to win districts and you're not in that 32, you get a berth in that top 32, and you'll bump that number 32 person out. So if you look on your screen right there, you'll see kind of the bottom 32 section of both the men and women's side of the index. So right now, Front Range Baptist on the girls' side is sitting at number 32 on the bubble. So is South Baca ladies, who actually lost tonight, so they're out. So it really doesn't matter for them. That would then in turn bump. Actually, no, they're not out. If they happen to stay at the number 31 spot, they will play in the round of 32. And on the guys' side, Ray is on the number, sitting there at number 32. What's interesting on the guys' side is, never mind, I was thinking about something else. So that's how they picked the top 32. Now, where will those games be played? What's going to happen then is there will be 8 separate 4-team quadrants is what they're calling them. And to host a quadrant, you have to finish either in the top 8 according to that index, or win the district and be somewhere in the top 16 in that index. So if you happen to win your district and you're not in that top 16, you will advance, but you will not get to host one of those regionals. Now that comes into play here for the La Veta guys. As we're watching, they're kind of in control of this game. Currently, they're seated there at number 17, and that data was as of this morning. They will update that index after these district games are over this weekend, we'll probably get a new index published on Sunday with the official top 32. There is a chance that Veta advances, moves up a notch or two into that top 16, and if they win district, then they will get to host one of those quadrants. So on the girls' side, we have a little more representation out of District 3. The Springfield ladies, who are sitting at number 12, if they move on and win the district, they will get to host. The Kim Branson Mustangs lost earlier today to the Veta Redhawks, so they will not host, but based on their ranking, they will advance to regionals next week. Also on the ladies' side, in terms of our qualifiers, scroll down just a little bit, Veta ranked at number 23, high enough to advance, and then South Baca down there on the bubble, hoping there's no big upsets that might bounce them down a couple. Also on the guys' side, kind of in the lower third section of that, is Springfield, sitting at number 23 on the men's side of things. They should advance, but no chance for them to host, even if they do happen to win tomorrow night and take home the district championship. So that's kind of how it's going to work. Now, where those are going to get hosted, how it's going to work, even some of the CHASA documentation says there can be movement up or down a place or two, depending on geography and trying to avoid in-district competitions in that round of 32 where they can. So that's how it is. I'm sure we'll have official word Sunday afternoon sometime, maybe Sunday evening, because there are districts that are wrapping up their championships on Saturday. All right, that is the playoff kind of breakdown. I hope that was informative. Stay tuned. Watch us. As we learn things, we will post it on the Saddle Rock Sports Network Facebook page. You can also pay attention to Mile High Preps and Colorado Small Schools. They do a great job of keeping us up to date with all that info as well. So thanks for watching. Let's hear from another couple of our sponsors who help make it work. Actually, one of our sponsors I don't have audio for because their offerings change on a weekly basis is the Tri-Peaks Theater and Event Center in Trinidad. That's the movie theater in Trinidad. You know, streaming at home is convenient and nice, but there is nothing that takes the place of going out to the movie and watching a big blockbuster. I just got to watch one in Ant-Man and the Wasp a couple days ago. It was fantastic. You can also catch Magic Mike's The Last Dance or The Amazing Maurice. And next week, they have another one I'm looking forward to, Creed 3, as well as Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. So big shout out to the Tri-Peaks Theater and Event Center in Trinidad. Thank you for helping us make student-powered broadcasting a reality. Let's hear from our good friends at the Wallace Oil Company right here in La Junta, Colorado.
Has been serving Southeast Colorado with quality fuels and lubricants since 1962, delivering diesel, gasoline, and propane to residential and commercial farms and ranches. You can also visit Wallace Oil Automotive Repair in La Junta for all your vehicle needs. Wallace Oil is proud to support Kim and Branson Athletics and student-powered broadcasting. Go Mustangs and go with Wallace Oil Company. They deliver.
One-stop shop for everything you need on the farm or range. We provide auto and ag parts and a full line of feed and livestock supplements. And we can handle your bulk fuel and propane delivery needs. Don't forget, Cook Oil is also your only source for Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides east of I-25 and south of I-70. Stop in and see us at 105 West Santa Fe in Walsh or give us a call at 719-324-5273. Thanks and good luck to the athletes competing in today's games.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, back here for some second half action. 22-8 is your score. Your Veta Redhawks are leading in this game. So far in this game, Lester's got 5, Joe Cass Autry with 10, Reef with 5, Rodriguez with 2. On the other side, Kendall with...
You were there at the beginning. You stood behind me, guiding me through good times and bad, teaching me lessons I wouldn't appreciate until later, preparing me for the day when you couldn't be here. What you've given me, I'll carry wherever I go. And because of your planning, I know I'll go far.
Set your family up for life. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Your friends for life.
All right, folks, you just missed Don't Stop Believing. We had some good crowd singing. Brock Brunelli had to hold himself back right there. He was about to belt it out. He was going to give us a little insight about the upcoming championship games Friday night.
For sure, yeah. So Springfield boys already clinched into the championship. So Springfield boys, they came out victorious in that win over Walsh earlier today. Check that out on the Sour Rock Sports Network. It's still up there. They'll always be up there. And then they will play the winner of this game. And then on the other side, the girls' side, that first game Friday will be the Levita girls versus the Springfield girls. Should be pretty interesting. Both teams have played each other twice already this year, with Levita losing to Springfield 52-29 in a tournament, and then losing in February 53-30 to Springfield. So we'll have that all live on the Saddle Rock Sports Network coming right at you here in La Junta Friday night. As we get back into this action, we just want to thank all our sponsors that we've had today and throughout the whole season, because without you guys, none of this would be possible. And as we get into game action, it's going to be Lesser here on the inbound over to Autry. Tipped by Cintas for a second, but Autry able to recover. Autry to Medina. Medina's three up, no good. And a foul. Going to be white ball. Foul on Dominguez.
Fouls on Bulldogs, number 33, Jairo Dominguez. His third personal foul.
Third foul of the night from Dominguez. Autry has it. He's going to go over to Lesser. Lesser, right wing, Rodriguez. Rodriguez three up. No good. Rebound Robinson over to Kendall. Kendall, Cintas. Top of the key, that's Kendall. Over to Pachorik. Kendall dribbling inside. That mid-jumper up. No good. Rebound, Cintas. Over to Robinson. Robinson's layup up and good.
2 points, Isaiah Rodriguez.
You know, Primero came out strong in the first quarter. Only was able to produce 3 points. What a block by Robinson. As I was saying, 3 points there in the second quarter. Outscored by about 18 points. So they've really got to figure out how to produce, how to get some big stops.
And a travel there from Rodriguez. Going to be Kendall now bringing it up here for the Bulldogs. Going to swing it over there to Robinson. Robinson top the key, Cintas. And a timeout called by head coach Greg Robinson. We're going to take a timeout of our own. We'll be right back here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network.
Invites you to stop by one of their 2 convenient locations to browse their fine selection of beautiful furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more for your home. Visit their original store in downtown Raton or their new store in Trinidad on Freedom Road, right next to Big R, for a personal and professional furniture shopping experience. Woody's Furniture proudly supports the student athletes and student broadcasters of this tournament.
All right, folks, you'll see at the bottom of your screen, little reminder to subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow us and find us on Facebook. That's your best way to stay up to date with all of the broadcast action and information. Totally free to you to do, and it helps our network grow. Another thing that helps us is share these videos and share the Facebook posts with your community, maybe family members, other folks that you know that might enjoy the broadcasts.
As we get started, that's going to be Pachorik over to Robinson. Robinson, Cintas, top of the key. You know, Cintas being a freshman, really good athlete, and, you know, pretty good friend of mine. He's actually on my bowling team. We actually won state last May, and Gabe Cintas was a member of my team. So, I mean, really good athlete all around, baseball, bowling, you name it, he could probably do it. So shout out there to Gabe Sintas.
Called Kendall on the offensive foul on that possession. You know, as you talk about your connection with Gabe Sintas, I've got one as well. My son, also a freshman in high school, and he played Little League Baseball with Gabe Sintas. I think Gabe has just got a knack for sports
athlete.
with the ball. Just a good all-around athlete. He was one of the top baseball players when they were young ball players together. Oh.
Little confusion there. Some of the refs thought it was white ball, but it's actually going to be black's ball. So that's going to be number 15, Sean Martinez, the junior for the Bulldogs on the inbound. And there's still confusion.
You know, having worked the book for several high school games, that's one of the trickiest things to actually keep track of is possession.
Right.
You know, it's easy to keep track of points, you know, individually and collectively as a team. Well, it's not easy, but it's not as hard as keeping track of all the different jump balls.
Not as complex.
Yes, yes.
But it's going to be Levita's ball in the end, so that's going to be Medina, Andretta, right wing, Joe Cass-Autry, up and no good. Rebound Rodriguez, out of bounds.
You know, as we're watching in tournaments like this, typically there is an official book that's keeping track of that, and then each team has their own scorekeeper as well. So they all kind of keep each other in check. Pretty good system.
That's going to be Sintas up with it, and he's heading to the charity stripe.
That's going to be a foul committed on number 11, Trey Medina, the junior, his third.
Sintas heads to the line, averaging 9 points per game here for this Primero Bulldogs team. That's third on the team as he makes his free throw and gets his first point of the night.
Substitution sophomore Isaiah Rodriguez checking in for Levita.
Sintas' first free throw up and good. He's 100% from the charity stripe. Autry and Andretta over to Joe Cass-Autry, left wing. That layup put up, no good. Rebounded there. Taken away by the Bulldogs. Here comes Kendall working it up. Bulldogs having a pretty good third quarter here so far. Kendall outside Robinson. 3 up, no good. The bank ain't open for him. Tipped, taken away by Sintas. Sintas goes over to Robinson. Robinson going up with it. That's good, and it's open inside. Robinson has 7 points now, leading the Primero Bulldogs.
You know, I like that. You see kind of a drifting away from good fundamental attack the rim basketball, you know, as we kind of drift into
the three ball. You see a lot more of it.
A three. I know I'm sounding like an old guy, you know, and I love watching Steph Curry
do it.
Day. But what I really like is when a player like that, Robinson, he's a freshman, recognizes he can get a man up in the air, get a couple steps, and go in for a nice little runner on the baseline. That can be an effective shot as his high school career progresses.
For sure, and that's going to be Kendall bringing it up. Talented sophomore for this Bulldogs team. Pachora going inside. He's been averaging 10 points per game with 4 boards per game. Up, no good. Rebound Lesser.
A block by Reef on that one.
Left wing Autry. Autry going inside. And a foul.
Yeah, Pachorik, a little reachy on that, and that's going to be the third on Matt Pachorik.
Autry, right wing Lesser, shot put up, no good. Rebounded. Up to Autry. And that's a foul.
They are going to get Robinson on that. He was going for the ball, and his hand kind of ended up in between the arms of number 12, Rodriguez. And nothing intentional there, just kind of got wrapped up. But it does count as a foul.
Just the speed of the game, I think, got the best to him. So that's going to be Reith, right wing over to Autry. Autry going inside, working on Pachorik, taken away by Sintas. Here comes Sintas bringing it up. He's going to go over to Robinson. He's going to pull up a 3 from bench fort. That's up and no good. Rebound Autry. Autry heaves it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez up, no good. Rebound Pachorik.
Good job by Pachorik right there. After that rebound of being strong, using his arms. Great interception there by Autry.
Autry working on Kendall. He's going to back it back out over to Rodriguez, right wing Autry. Here comes Autry going inside. Shot put up, no good. Rebound there by Martinez.
That almost looked like a pass. Usually Autry way more accurate than that. Not one to end up putting up air balls typically.
Kendall's three. That's up.
And that ended up touching one of the support cables designed to pull the hoop up for events, the backboard rather, and thus a turnover.
10-point lead here for this Redhawks team. Andretta going inside, working on Pachor, going back outside Rodriguez. That three, put up, no good. Rebound. Kendall bringing it up. Kendall has it over here on the right wing. He's going to go over to Robinson. Robinson over to Cintas. Cintas left wing to Martinez. Robinson left wing, dribbling inside. Shot put up, no good. Grab by Andretta. Here comes the Redhawks. Lesser, shot put up and good.
Pass of the game right there. Joe Cash Autry to Race Lesser. He just kind of threaded the needle. Gorgeous pass.
Shot put up by Kendall, up, no good. Here comes Andretta. Heaves it, intercepted, bounces off the chest of Robinson. Taken away by Lesser. 2-minute warning here in the third quarter. Lesser going inside. And a foul.
Good take by Lesser. Strong, aggressive move.
Now Lesser, if he makes this, he will match Autry with 10 points and be in double digits.
You know, Primero coming out strong in the first. Here a good third quarter. But unfortunately, second quarter, we had a lane violation. No, a foul on Reef.
Yep, on Reef.
You know, but coming out in a playoff game and only producing 3 points in a quarter is not going to work. That was kind of something that plagued the Kim Branson Mustang guys team, is putting together 4 consecutive good quarters in a game. You know, if you lay a goose egg or really don't produce it in competitive high school basketball, even in one quarter, a lot of times that spells not what you want.
Andretta's left wing shot up, no good. Rebound Rodriguez. And his right foot just touched that line heading Primero's way.
Score 29-14 with about a minute and a half to go here in the third.
Here comes Cintas, left wing, and a timeout taken by Coach Robinson. We're going to take a timeout of our own here on the Saddle Rock Sports Network.
One-stop shop for everything you need on the farm or range. We provide auto and ag parts and a full line of feed and livestock supplements. And we can handle your bulk fuel and propane delivery needs. Don't forget, Cook Oil is also your only source for Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides east of I-25 and south of I-70. Stop in and see us at 105 West Santa Fe in Walsh or give us a call at 719-324-5273. Thanks and good luck to the athletes competing in today's games.
All right, folks, about a minute 15 to go here in this third quarter. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. And as we were watching this, we were joking earlier, if there is ever a player's name that we do not pronounce properly, or even a school, like I was calling South Baca. I've called that for years. And finally asked our viewers, hey, what's the right way to do it? I actually had about 4 people reach out on Facebook and in the YouTube comments to correct me that it's actually South Baca. Similarly, if you know of a player and we're not pronouncing their last name properly, please reach out and let us know. We don't want to intentionally mispronounce anybody's name, but sometimes we're guessing our best, especially if we don't personally know some of those students. So help us out, and I take correction very easily, never really offended by that. So it's a team effort, and we appreciate your input.
Be Lesser. He has it on the transition. Feeds it inside Andretta, right wing, Autry. Autry going inside. Andretta puts that up and good.
Nice assist from Autry to Andriata there.
He has 2 points now on the night. Over to Kendall, top of the key. Kendall, shot put up, no good. Rebound Lesser.
You know, that shot coming short. Kendall hasn't subbed out at all this game yet. Fatigue's got to be a little bit of an issue here.
Right wing, that's over to the top of the key to Lesser. 15 seconds left. Left wing, Autry. Heaves it over, a nice little intercepted pass there from Kendall. Kendall, you'd have to guess this Primero team wants the last shot of the half. The third quarter. Kendall shot up, no good. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter indeed. 31-14 is your score. We'll be back on the Sour Rock Sports Network for some fourth quarter action.
This is your one-stop shop for fuel and tires in Kim, Colorado. Located on Highway 160, Wright Tires has diesel and unleaded fuel available 24 hours a day. If you need a quick tire fix or a set of new tires, they'll get you what you need. Family owned and operated, they know that when our school and community thrives, we all thrive. Wright Tires is proud to support the Kim Branson Mustangs and this student broadcast.
Funny. Tell you, folks, you're going to have to sign Brock Brunelli to your next competitive long-shooting basketball competition. He just drained a three-pointer.
The bank was open for me.
The water bottle into a trash can. It had to be 80 feet away. Well, more like 15, maybe 12. Folks, we enjoy doing what we're doing. It's a good time here. You know, one of our things we'd like to do is grow this network to be a true network of school-based student production teams throughout southern Colorado and northern New Mexico. So if you're watching from another community here in our region and would like to see this at your school, reach out to us on Facebook. You can find our website, saddlerocksolutions.com. You'll find more information there. We would love to help get a student group started at your school. It's actually not that expensive. There's an easy way to do everything, and we'll guide you every step along the way. So if you know of a student that might be interested in that, have them reach out to us. Or maybe you're a teacher, a parent, someone that can help kind of be a mover and shaker in that way. We'd love to have that conversation. So enough of my sales pitch. Speaking of sales, that block sailed right out of bounds.
There we go. You got a good one. Fine. Just kidding.
Took me 4 games.
All of them are good. I'm just playing with you, but that's the best one. Cintas has it top of the key. He's going to go over right wing to Kendall. Kendall's going to pull up. That shot up and good. All 6 of Kendall's points coming from outside of the perimeter. And that's Cintas taken away. He's going to slow things up and set up his offense. 14-point lead for this La Veta Redhawks team. Robinson working inside, going to go left wing to Kendall. Kendall shot up and good, and now Kendall's getting hot now for this Bulldogs team.
All of a sudden, it's an 11-point game, folks. Just when you think La Vita's going to break it open, Primero says, hey, hold on. Grace Lesser says, all right, I'm going to attack the hoop.
And he takes it himself, goes inside, and gets 12 points. Kendall has it. He's going to go right wing Robinson. Robinson over to Cintas. Cintas feeds it over to Pachork. Pachork working inside. Pachork shot up and good. Little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the sky hook,
baby.
And that's Pachork's first 2 points of the night. Put up. That shot up and good for Autry.
A little circus razzle-dazzle from Joe Cash Autry.
Cintas. Kendall. 3. Good. And I mean, the bank is open for him. 3 threes in this fourth quarter of play. As that's a timeout taken, we're going to take a timeout of our own here on the Sour Rock Sports Network.
You've
Been to the Baca Brew yet in Springfield? Located at 973 Main Street, Baca Brew has all your favorite espresso drinks, coffee, and tea, which go great with their baked goods, breakfast, and lunch sandwiches, or their daily specials. Dine in or carry out. Call-in orders welcome. Come visit Baca Brew, and congratulations to all the student athletes playing in today's games.
You know, as we're coming back out of this timeout, and Pechork just hitting that sky hook, that's a shot that, you know, as a guy growing up watching the LA Lakers in the heyday, and Kareem, even in the latter part of his career, that sky hook from a tall guy is often unblockable because it's shot up behind and right over your head. To try to block it results in a foul. So why more bigs don't employ that? Great job by Pechork bringing back the skyhook tonight.
Yep, for sure. Little retro. That's going to be Lesser, covered by Cintas. Left wing Autry. Autry heaves it over to Lesser. Feed over and bounces right off the right kneecap of Pechork and out of bounds.
All right, we're sitting here with a 10-point ball game. Just to remind you, if you're watching, Primero sitting in the situation is basically win or go home. To advance to regionals, they would have to win the entire district tournament. La Veta sitting at number 17 right now in the seeding index. So they're hoping for
win districts.
They need to win districts and hope that somebody messes up ahead of them and falls out, giving them the number 16 spot. Win districts and getting that top 16, you get to host one of the regional quadrants. So that's what they're playing for. But they are going to need a little help from somebody else.
That's taken away by Kendall. Kendall has it. He's going to go over to Cintas. Cintas over to Kendall. They do not want to leave him open as he's been hot from the three-point line. Tipped away, taken away by Medina. He's got one Bulldog to beat. That's Kendall. Medina shot up, no good. Rebound Autry. .450 left, 35-25 is your score. 2 fouls committed by La Veta, 5 by Primero.
You know, we talked about the youth of the Primero team. One thing to mention here about La Veta is the maturity of this team. 6 seniors on this squad. So you can just see a poise and a maturity in this team, knowing how to handle situations, not getting fluffed. There it is again.
Up and good.
Up and good with the hook.
Andretta working over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez up and good. And, you know, Primero's playing really good, but this La Veta team's just not going away. Pechorek working inside, the feed over to Dominguez, and a shooting foul. Dominguez will head to the line for 2. And speaking of 2, Dominguez has 2 points so far in tonight's game.
Pretty good one yourself there, Mr. Brunelli.
I try to be as good.
Now the ability to make those puns on the fly, that becomes when you're a dad.
Yeah, dad jokes.
You get your dad card, and you just the ability, the magic wand says, ta-da. Doesn't mean they're good. It just means they flow.
And Dominguez makes his first free throw, misses his second. Offensive rebound, Pechorek. Pechorek over to Kendall. Kendall, he has 12 points, all coming from 3 so far in tonight's game. Cintas feeds it to Pechorek. Pechorek, right wing, that's Dominguez. Over to Kendall. And a foul.
That's going to be on Race Lesser. Kind of got a little arm on the offensive player there.
Pechorek to Cintas. Right wing, that's Kendall. He pulls up, no good. Bounces off the legs of Cintas, recovered by Pechorek. Here comes the Red Hawks showing off that speed again. Number 3, Lesser up, no good. Rebounded Dominguez. Kendall feeds it over to Cintas. Gets tripped up and staying Bulldogs ball.
Good hustle by both squads on that team. 2 potential fast breaks broken up due to the other team's hustle. So great stuff there. You know, there's 3.5 to go. It's only an 11-point game. Couple of big shots, couple of stops.
And he fouls. That is on Dominguez. No more fouls to give for him. Lesser, Andretta. Andretta working inside on the Bulldogs. Puts it up, no good. Rebound Autry. And out of bounds.
3:05. Coach Robinson circling his hands saying, come on, fellas, get it rolling, get it rolling.
Cintas, he's going inside working on Rodriguez, and Rodriguez just stuffs him.
He just put the roof on that shot and said, son, not today. That was a senior to a freshman, I believe.
And that's going to be a timeout called by Coach Autry. We're going to take a timeout of our own. We'll be right back here on the Sat Rock Sports Network.
Upgrade your ride? Maybe your vehicle just needs a little TLC. Perkins Chevrolet GMC in La Junta is here for all your automotive needs. They have a large inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles to fit your lifestyle and budget. And their service department can keep your car running for years. Schedule an appointment or stop on by the dealership at 22 East 1st Street in La Junta and say hello to the good folks at Perkins Chevrolet GMC. You'll be glad you did.
You just heard from Perkins Chevy GMC here in La Junta. Appreciate their sponsorship. Let's talk about next week for just a second. Again, we're talking about those regional quadrants. Depending on where they are hosted and what teams are going where, we will do our best to secure rights to broadcast those games. CHSAA and NFHS do have an exclusive broadcast agreement for playoffs where if NFHS wants to stream them, they have the first right of refusal. So we are fortunate to get to do the tournament games this weekend. We will be here Friday, but hopefully we will have permission to go and cover some basketball action for you next weekend. It might be where the Kim Mustangs go. It might be somewhere else. We'll just have to wait and see what we can do. Back to it.
Alrighty, and Cintas's pass just gets taken away. Lesser over to Medina to Joe Cass Autry. Autry to Medina. A nice little pick and roll here from the Veta Redhawks.
You know, kind of going back to that good old three-man weave, a great.
And Dominguez went flying there when he hit the deck.
He did. You know, I don't think he ever had control of the ball. It would have been a traveling call. But I think he and the ball were traveling together.
Yep.
But separate on the floor.
Just like two airplanes in the sky. Doing the same thing, but not going to the same place.
And that is the third foul on number 13, Joe Cash Autry.
And Robinson's free throw's up and good. He has 8 points. Second one up by Robinson and good.
Don't look now. That was a timeout. We got a 9-point ball game. And while we got another timeout, let's hear from another one of our new awesome sponsors, Andrietta Well Services.
Andrietta Well Service designs, builds, services, and repairs well and water systems throughout southern Colorado. We provide well drilling, well rehabilitation, water pump systems, agricultural irrigation pipelines, septic systems, road construction, and general excavation services. As fifth-generation Walsenburg small business owners, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the local community. Good luck to all the student athletes competing today.
All right, folks, as we do talk about the regional round of 32 happening next week, if we are able to broadcast at one of those locations, guess what? We're going to be looking for some sponsors to help get these student broadcasters to that game and get them broadcast. So I tell you what, if it's on the other side of the state, we may not get to it. Logistically, we'll see what we can do, but we will do our best to bring you as much action as we can.
All right, that's going to be Medina here on the inbound. Heaves it over to Autry. Autry going to slow things down here. You'd have to guess he wants to kill as much time as possible to come out victorious. It's still 9-point lead for this Redhawks team, but a couple turnovers and a made three from Cintas or Kendall can get them very much still into this. Able to recover that Autry and out of bounds.
Good hustle by the Bulldogs, but poked out of bounds. Now under 2 minutes to go, 9-point deficit. Primero needing a big stop.
Autry on the inbound over to Lesser. 2-minute warning here in La Junta, Colorado. Live all on the Sour Rock Sports Network. Lesser. And looks like that's a foul there. Going to be on Brett Kendall, his second of the night. And we're in a 1-on-1 situation, folks.
You know, I can see what Coach Robinson is trying to do. You got to get the ball back. You cannot allow the other team to stall. So now in the 1-on-1, you know, going to it now, minute 45, there's still a lot of time. You see in the last several weeks, some teams going to the foul to get possession too late, waiting too long to try to at least do it. You got time now, and that's exactly what you hope happens. A missed shot, and Kendall says, "You're a brick wall." And
they're going to call it on Autry.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he was set. The entire Levita crowd thought he was set. It is what it is, but, you know, I'm way far away. I'm going to watch the replay. I actually have it up on YouTube on another screen.
And Kendall's first free throw up and good.
You know, I couldn't see if Joe Autry there had his feet set. You know, again, sometimes if the player leans before the contact, they won't give him the charge. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. That was pretty darn close, though.
Tough call. I can go 50-50 there. Redhawks possession here. He's going to go over to Medina. Back to Joe Autry. Here comes Autry. Nice handling skills there. Body's on the floor trying to get that ball. Body's still on the floor. Recovered. Bulldogs.
Oh, my goodness.
They're not going away. Going inside. Robinson and a foul.
You know, gutsy play by Robinson, freshman, charging in, 7-point lead, going to the line, chance to get it to 5. Now that is a shooting foul. Nope, he signaled 1-and-1, so I guess it was on the floor. Yeah, it was not a shooting foul.
Both teams now in the 1-and-1 situation, Brad.
Minute 13, folks. I hope put it out on your socials. We might have
overtime, possibly. You guys get some free basketball.
You know, hats off right now to the Primero Bulldogs. Not giving up, staying in this, really kind of embodying that Bulldog mentality.
Second shot up by Robinson, good.
And that is a 5-point ball game here with just over a minute to play.
Lesser bring it up. Recovers his dribble. And a foul. That's going to be on Brett Kendall, his third of the night.
Again, it was on the floor, wasn't a shooting foul.
Right.
They need the ball back.
Still a 1-and-1.
Not a bad foul to give. You remember, Primero is fighting to keep their season going.
Andretta's shot up, no good. And
they're going to get Race Lesser.
Yep. And now he has 4 fouls.
That's interesting. About a minute to play. And now Robinson, who just hit 2 free throws, is at the line.
Could potentially have another close game here if things start heating up.
Again, let's talk about the scenarios. Again, if Primero pulls this off, they advance to play in the championship. Even if Springfield loses, again, they are seeded number 17. They will advance to the round of 32 next week.
Up and good from Robinson.
4-point game.
And a timeout taken. We're going to regather our composure. We'll be right back here on the Sour Rock Sports Network.
real meal, visit the Los Animas Grill. Located at 341 North Commercial Street in Trinidad, the Los Animas Grill is a farm-to-table family restaurant with a wide variety of home-cooked, mouth-watering, one-of-a-kind burgers, sandwiches, pasta dishes, and steaks. They also have an amazing coffee espresso bar for that midday push. Find them on Facebook for the latest daily specials and fundraiser dinners that give back to local schools, teams, and nonprofits. The Los Animas Grill is proud to support the student athletes competing today.
You know, still got some time left in this timeout. This is always an interesting thing. What is the learning opportunity as you advance in a tournament? Levita's going to advance either way. This kind of adversity coming now is a good thing moving forward, as the competition is only going to get harder from here on out. That was also my advice to the Kim Lady Mustangs, who lost their game by 1 point. There was a significant foul differential. 18 called against them, only 3 against the other team all game long. They might face a ref crew that is similar. How are they going to rise above? What can you take from a game knowing you are going to advance and play tougher competition as quickly as next week?
And a foul there from Pachorik.
Race Lesser doing his best to play keep away as long as he could. Pachorik doing a good job. Still 52 seconds.
That's going to be something to watch, though. That was Pachorik's 4th.
Uh-oh.
So you can't have the big man foul no one else now, because, I mean, you can't have it because his interior defense helps that Bulldogs team so much.
Senior Race Lesser connecting on the front end of that 1-and-1. Now a 5-point lead for his squad.
Up, no good. Rebound Rodriguez. Back
Huge.
over to Lesser. They're trying to kill as much time as possible. Primero has to foul. They're burning a lot of time here. Great job from the Red Hawks. Going inside Medina. And now a shooting foul. They're not going to call the shooting foul. Wow.
That's an offensive call.
They're calling it offensive. Wow.
It was what it was.
Well, Cintas has it. He's going to go over to Robinson. Robinson working on Autry. Up, no good. Dominguez tries to grab it. Cintas trying to foul, no avail. Lesser puts it away.
You know, I do believe that offensive rebound by Rodriguez just a little while ago, that was really what sealed the deal for this game. Now we're sitting at a 7-point lead. Going to take a couple of miracles for Primero to pull this one off. That offensive rebound after that missed free throw, in my mind, is what is going to seal the win here for this Levita squad. So as we approach the end of this game, we will be back with you Friday right here in La Junta for the championship games. The women will square off at 4 o'clock. It will be the Lady Springfield Longhorns taking on the Levita Redhawks. Guess what? It's going to be the same two teams in the guys' championship, Levita versus Springfield.
And we got a 3-point ball game with 6 seconds left. I mean, if Primero can get something going.
A 3-point. I just totally missed something. I'm like, it's over. 7 points. Wait, no, 3.
Primero don't go away.
Holy cats, folks. That was some of the worst commentary I've ever done in my life.
That's up and good. 4-point lead. 16 points from Lesser. Make that 17. Cintas bringing it up. Gotta get something going. Robinson gonna pull up a 3. That up and good, no good. That's gonna put the end to the Primero Bulldogs season. They will end the season 7-12. Brett Kendall, the sophomore, 14. The freshman Robinson with 14. Cintas with 2. Pachorik with 6. Gonna be really cool to see them play next year and as they grow old, because I mean, very young team, and they played a really good older talented Levita team really good tonight. So I'm excited to see this group grow and develop. On the Victoria side tonight, it's going to be Rodriguez with 6, Reith with 5, Lesser with 17. I'm going to give the Woody's Furniture player of the game to Joe Cass Autry. 12 points. Played a really good game. and solid offensively, but he was really good defensively as well, getting lots of steals for this Red Hawks team. That's going to wrap it up. You'll have Veta girls versus Springfield girls Friday night. That'll be your first game. Both teams have played each other twice, with Springfield coming out victorious in both of those. Springfield boys will play the Veta boys for that nightcap. Veta has played them already, where they won 67-59 in February. So should be a good set of really two good games, all live here on the Sour Rock Sports Network. I'm going to send it over to the architect, Brad Doherty, for any more comments.
The architect, I like that. I like that. We may have to go with that. Yeah, both teams, Veta and Springfield, coming. If you are coming to the game, wear red. Hey, it's a win-win situation. And we really appreciate all you're doing here. And that's every viewer. We appreciate your time. Again, we will be here Friday on the Saddle Rock Sports Network. My name is Brad Doherty on behalf of Brock Brunelli, McKenzie Riddle. Thank you for supporting us, and we will see you on Friday at the next ball.